check it, fact check it, check it.
That beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, fact check it, fact check it, fact check it, green select glucometer, check it, fact check it. Put sugar level, fact check it, fact check it. Fact check it,
reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Fragrances at Ghana's #1 perfume hub. Visit us at Rack Luxury Perfume, located in Santa Maria, Asiama Junction, or find us in New Akimota, opposite Christ Redeemed Glory Church. Just a 3-minute walk from Akimota Melcombe, your journey to finding the perfect scent begins here. Whether you're shopping for yourself or looking for the perfect gift, we offer an extensive collection for both wholesale and retail. Proudly, we are the exclusive sole distributor for the luxurious Gloria perfume. Follow us on social media for the latest updates and exclusive deals. Find us on Instagram at rack_perfumes and on Snapchat and TikTok at rack_perfumes. Connect with us on Facebook at Rack Luxury Perfumes and be the first to know about new arrivals. Reach out to us at +233 59 461 6199 or WhatsApp at 059 861 2592. Rack Luxury Perfumes. Smell unique, smell classy.
Time is up and we are once again seated to do Ghana's favorite show, that is Showbiz Daily. And the world is also enjoying this right here on Sammy Flex TV. And when we sit like this, today is midweek action. Roland Amate is already here and Tim Dodu Solomon is here. And it is a midweek where we do it our own way, our own style. And we want you to be a part of it. So no shaking at all. Just relax. Get yourself seated, ready, and consume what we have for you. It is going to be some few minutes of beautiful conversation, sharing of ideas, information, and knowledge as well. My name is Sammy Flex. I want to say thanks to Digital Rasta, his called Currency, who is doing our camera for us, and Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. And as usual, we also wanted to be a part of it. In the studio, Roland Amate is in the middle from Shagzy, Shatter Movement Empire, Roland Report on YouTube and RolandReport.com. And of course, at the extreme end, in Team Dodu Solomon, you can simply call him Chamo. He's our online manager here at Flex Entertainment Limited. And of course, he just got married, so he's still enjoying honeymoon. Oh, I Chamo. Oh, Chamo. I said, honeymoon, we did 1 year. We did 1 year. One side, I don't try. I can't see the ago. 1 month there, I'm doing now. 1 month there, but 1 year. 1 year. Well, so that was just by the way. Let's come back to the issues and start talking about what we have to talk about. There is one story that is not here, but let me just pick you guys your views on it. Have you read the Christian Council's statement on Adum Chedia? You've not read it? Oh, damn. The Ghana Christian Council has released a statement. And they are actually warning Adum Chedia to stop calling, to stop putting that Jesus tag on him. Like, for real! Among all the issues Christianity is and the church is facing in Ghana, they have released a statement. Do you know what is interesting? When the statement went out, Adum Chedia's lawyers, Esquire, they have also responded. Oh my goodness!
I saw the one from the Christian Council, but me I do change
they responded.
Which like
they responded. The letter was written by an Esquire, solicitors for Adum Chedia World Believers Church or something like that. Hey, Charlie. Ghana.
When I saw the Christian Council, I was like, hey,
no. we joke in this country.
Agreed.
No, we joke in this country.
Agreed. Like so many things that are happening, and this is what they would want to respond to.
Hey.
Like they see it as important.
In fact, when I saw the press statement and it was really addressing Adum Chedi, I said, are you guys for real? Christian Council.
Yeah.
Among all the issues in this world, you guys had time to respond to someone who is sitting in his church saying whatever. End times is here. People should be aware of Antichrist.
Yeah.
Hey.
Time I will be in an hour.
Go to name.
I am different.
I grant that display in your movie.
Christianity in Ghana, sometimes, or religion. Let me even make it general and say religion in Ghana. Sometimes, if you are not careful, you go to boundaries that you are not supposed to cross. But Brother Sammy is back in the news.
Nations.
Oh, this is the statement. Chemo, that is the statement from the Christian Council. That's the statement. Yeah.
In fact,
it was not even the Christian Council alone. It came with another church, economical something. Another association of a body of a sort. And what I read, I said, hey, Charlie, bro. But let's leave it there. But let's still dwell on the Christianity something. And Brother Sammy, for some days, maybe was not really in the news like that. I don't know where he went to until I saw recent videos of him coming to do the You Cook with Empress Gifty. And whilst the You Cook thing was even about to show and other things happening, I see headlines coming in his name already, where he is quoted to have said that to him, dear, he's looking for the next nightclub to go and perform. Why is Chewo laughing? Like he wants to go and perform in the nightclub next. And he's not going to sing your songs, though. He's coming to sing his songs.
Yeah.
Like the gospel songs. And once again, this has gotten social media talking. That's some crazy saying, Bima. I saw you what perform here. What call Akotunya Minum na we have the nightclub now they call. For what purpose? Once again, Christianity is at play. And I'm asking myself, what is so unique? What is so special? What will be so bad about a Brother Sammy going to perform in a nightclub? Bro, you have been going to a nightclub. Chemo doesn't go there often. You have been going there. So on one night, when you have taken your things in a high spirit, and the MC starts saying, ladies and gentlemen,
let's welcome.
I am your MC now. You see the East that Niger. I'm your MC Papa. Today, it is going to be fireworks.
A showdown.
Brother Sammy is in the building.
The nation's worshipper. All the alcoholics.
How would that would be like?
It will be charged. it will be a very nice atmosphere.
Hey.
You know, we want to the people that will have problem with this. They are the funny. They will be the funniest people on earth.
Really?
Of course. They will be the funniest people on earth because.
Tell me more.
The people that go to the nightclubs, they are the same people that go to church. Yeah, they are sorry. Yes, someone for the club.
And they do.
And it is and
they do.
It is the same thing, and it will be interesting to know that now there is no nightclub or nightlife, your friend say entity that plays songs without playing gospel songs. There is none. Unya bako crowd say and then DJ Saba Abebo. They've played like taking turns on the tables 1 and 2. Yeah, boy, we are Biambo gospel song. None. Maybe they should point it out and they should give data to it because we have plenty evidence. Plenty, they are on the internet. Plenty. All the known nightlife joints. Even Food Yard when Shatawale was there last Sunday, they played gospel there.
Oh, I see.
About gospel. Now they can even loop the beat. Then the MCs will mushi jama, no more the gospel laughing.
Okay.
And come and see how people respond. So what is the difference between we singing gospel songs in a club as a form of having fun and Brother Sammy coming to perform? And when they say, what performing was sorry, them maybe or then or a nightclub, he goes where he's called.
I see.
He goes where he will be accepted. He will be welcome. That is where he goes. So if there are churches and the churches will not, your friend is saying, accept him or welcome him.
You go to the nightclub.
You will go to the nightclub because sorry on mama number sorry your mom because of to more nightclub or bet your man your makasa. And at the end of the day, we enjoy these same songs even in the nightclubs. So if Brother Sammy wants to go and perform, and even aside the fact that he's a gospel musician, he is also a musician in general. He is a business person. He is working, and wherever the work calls him, he goes to do it. I saw my friend say, Masore Dekin, who is our sound engineer at a nightlife joint, and he is the same sound engineer for
the church.
Yes. He's the same sound engineer.
Why Kaiser?
He's not the Kaiser.
Or the Christ
they are covered. If those people we can't hang them, then who are we to go and hang your friend and say, Brother Sammy? We should allow them to function. We should allow them to do what they would have to do in order to impact society. And at the end of the day, he is also giving entertainment. Entertainment is in churches. Entertainment is everywhere. It's in our homes. It's in everywhere that we find ourselves. So if Brother Sammy feels that, aside the spiritual aspect, he would also want to go and entertain people in clubs, why should we stop him? Why should we stop him? Because we will not stop Kwame Eugene from going to church to go and sing.
Yeah.
We will not stop any of these people we term as secular musicians to go to church and go and sing. Like Reverend Abiam has been doing it, providing all of them there. And look at how beautiful it is. Why and Sammy and Sanai? They come with the same thing, the same voice, the same form of excitement, and whatever they would want. Hey, spirituality, as your friend says, subjective. I'm sorry now, somebody can be in the church for more than 20 years. Today, somebody will come just today, and the person will get the miracle and go. Now, it is subjective. If you will get it, you will get it. Whatever you get, you get. If you will not get it, if you like, hey, you will not get it. It's like that. So, if the likes of Kwame Eugene, why more can go to church, go and minister, you will not see anything wrong with it. We should allow Brother Sammy and his people to also enter wherever they want to enter, provided they are not breaking any laws, they are not trampling on anybody's right, to also go and work, get whatever they would want to get from it, deliver whatever they want to deliver to the people, and just leave. No be fan baby.
Well, let me listen to what Chemo says in response to this as well.
It's funny, and I don't know those who want to counter what Brother Sammy is saying, or they are not happy about Brother Sammy's intention. I want to know the argument that they are making against his intentions. Because for me, I think there are a lot of secular musicians doing their thing in churches. So why can't we allow somebody calling himself gospel musician to also go to a club if that club will welcome them? Besides the club, some of them, they play gospel songs there. Like Roland said, I can bet you, I've not been to club so many times, but the few that I have done,
attended,
yes, I heard gospel music there
being played.
Yes. So what is it? If that will give him money, it's also a business. All the gospel musicians, apart from them telling us that they are ministering the gospel, the
word of God,
they are also doing business.
Fact.
They don't want us to say it, but that's it. They are doing business. So if Brother Sammy now feels that I can get more business when I expand my territory and
perform at these areas
and go to nightclub, what is wrong with that? Not long ago, we saw, there's a video, I think I saw it on Biscout, Nana Prempe's speech. A Roman father singing Asida by Kimpaluta. And he was doing that at the time that he was advising a couple, new wedding couple. Like he was just advising them. And then before we know it, the guy was singing, and the way he was singing, yes, and the way he was singing it, like what? Into what in he? Any nightclub.
We are seeing
so in the same vein, there's nothing wrong if Brother Sammy decides to go to nightclub and perform. If he will get the reception that he's looking for, I think he will even be better there than some of the churches, because some churches will not allow Brother Sammy to perform. So you can't say that has he performed in all the churches that now he wants to add nightclub. Some churches will not allow Brother Sammy to go there. I can bet you a place like Second Chance, they won't allow him. They won't allow him because he is closer to Reverend Obofo. And Reverend Obofo is not in good terms with Prophet Adunche. So obviously, they will not allow Brother Sammy to come and perform there. So if Brother Sammy can't go and perform at Second Chance, why can't he go and perform in a nightclub? I think it's a good idea, but I don't know if it will give him the satisfaction that he's looking for.
Okay.
If that's okay with him, I think he should just go ahead and do his thing.
Grab it.
There's nothing wrong with him going to perform at the nightclub.
Beautiful. I love this particular mindset of how Christianity should be very liberated, free for everybody to have a place. Elsewhere, I know they are still butchering him. Left, right, and center. Why are you blaspheming? Like saying you go to perform at a nightclub. To them, it is a blasphemy. I know this story is being discussed on such platforms, and the fire that is coming, only God can judge. Now, still around social and moral stories. Osewu's Ventures is a CEO of our creative industry. He's done movies and produced music video and produced music as well. He's a creative CEO, as a matter of fact. He said something, and I want to pick, because we are men, I want to pick the views of what the gentleman has said from my people. You know, he's advising men that if you live with a woman and God blesses you with age, you get to 50, 55, 60, and there is a child within you people. At that time, even if you doubt your wife and the children, there is no need for you to go and do any DNA test. Listen to it well. He's not saying don't do DNA test at all. He's advising that if maybe when the child is like 1 year old, 6 months old, 2 years old, even up to like 5 years, and that is my thinking, even up to like 5 years, if you doubt and you go and do a DNA test to verify whether indeed it is your blood, he thinks it is fine. His problem is when you're about 55, 50 years. That's when you've lived with a child for about 20 or so years, and now you are going to find out. He thinks it is not a good idea. You die unnecessarily when you go and it is not your child. He says you die, like you die or move the child that you think you are fighting for on this earth. Maybe people agree with him, maybe they don't, maybe even you watching you agree or you don't agree. Let's listen to what Osewu's Venture said. When I come back, men will talk.
Don't you ever waste your time on DNA. Don't you ever waste your time on DNA. As long as you're above 50 to 60 or 50 to 60 years, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to hurt you. When you're I'm in 20 years, 25 years. And you be part of the say a document be, and I say, I send be a bro, so I don't try. is going to hurt you. What you're doing in actual, what take care of Akolano every now we're growing up. Or who say, who share and now you papa pentis Akolano, and also try the best to be armor. So don't waste your time, money, and resource to do DNA just to know that it's your own biological son or daughter. So maybe a chinibia, but now we shall crack kitty now, when you're fine. When you're 50, 60, baby or Bruno, it is all dream be brave. Into banner when you're 30, 20 now for you ever catch you, so when your biological son or daughter. So that's maybe how I be. Beat me more in your early grade, which may be now time or so. It's always him advice. Orphanage people, and for to make offer orphans, be sure. I'm on by your mom. I told the fan, so I offer orphan and I say, also what taking good care of Obi. As long as we were there, the children, be sure. Me titi, me permanent you been away, never been away. About how I do bet me the whole lot abroad. So. I say me this here. So don't waste your source, your money, whatever, to do DNA, to get yourself into a problem. Thank you.
Your pressure. This time around, Chemo will start this for me. Chemo.
It's an interesting one.
Yes, and it's a hard one too.
Yeah.
There is wisdom and there is nonsense in it at the same time.
Yeah.
How would you describe this?
I like the way that he said it. You see, from his the beginning of his submission, he said, if there's no issue, then don't do it. And I will agree with him based on that or on that score. Like, if there are no issue, if there's nothing for you to prove or whatever, then there's no need. But the circumstances at the time will determine whether there's the need for you to do it or not. I mean, mostly people don't just do it because they will be there one day and they say, let me go and do a DNA.
Yes, they don't do it like that.
No, it's not like that.
Things happen.
Some
information cross.
Yeah, exactly. So it is difficult to state it bluntly or just like that and say that don't do it. Based on the circumstance, there are certain things that you can let it go. And in that case, don't do it. Like, if you have taken care of your child or you presume your child for about 25 years, as he said, and then one day you are fighting with the mother or whoever and they say that it is not your child or whatever, I think you have to ignore at that point after 25 years, and because it was just an angry moment kind of, yes, that one you can ignore. But if someone from somewhere is claiming that the child is mine and they are fighting for it, obviously I will advise you to go and do it, because now there is a contention here. Somebody is claiming the child that you presume or you thought at the time that is yours. So for that one, you have to go and do it. But if there's nothing happening that will call for something like that, then what is the need for you to go and do that? That's where I will agree with him that if you do it, it's like you are just calling problem for yourself. Whether you believe that it will be positive the way you want it or negative, don't even try it. Don't try it.
So for instance, let me give a scenario. You've lived with a woman who gave birth at a time that, when you check how things were done in that pregnancy, you have never been too sure. But no patient. It gets to a time, okay, you want to confirm, and at that time maybe like you've gone the 25 years into that. That is what he said. It's not necessary.
Oh, for that one you have to do it. Because it's the same.
But he said you are at that time, you are 50, you are 50, 60.
No, but you are still, the thing is still hunting you.
Yeah.
It's the same as going to do and then it is not positive. Or it is not what you are looking for. The same thing, it will hunt you. And without you doing it, it is hunting you. So for that one, I will advise that do it just to know where you stand. if you have that doubt, I mean, we have said it. Generally, the paternity of a father is always in doubt.
Yes.
Just the mother, because no one doubts it. I mean, but paternity of a child is always in doubt until you do a DNA. And you know, young funny say, so I doubt in the union are clear because of the trust and then how we thought the whole thing happened. And for that reason, you don't have any doubt. But if based on how it happened, based on how the pregnancy came, you are not so sure, but why ignore for some time? But the thing is still eating you up, especially when there are certain issues that will trigger you. Like the person, the child may do something and you no, make my bosom the yes, then the thing will come back. And then you think about the circumstances at the time that the pregnancy came. Then you will be in that doubt for some time. So I think if the scenario that you are giving me, our advice, I go and do it. Just
even if you are that age.
Yes, just to know where you stand. To clear that thing.
That's why you say if you go and leave, you die.
No, you won't, because you have even harbored that doubt in you for so long. So even if you confirm it, you may still overcome it.
Then you know overcome it. When you confirm it, now the pain will rather increase.
Yeah, it's difficult. If you
no, what the guy say is serious.
Yes, but if you have doubt, I would say go and do it. If you don't have any doubt, sometimes.
So you are going to do it. I'm coming on.
Yes.
You are going to do it to maybe a child that you've taken through education to about university or sometimes doing well.
25,
So you are going to prove, and if it comes negative, if it comes that okay, he or she is not your child, are you going to disown him or her at that time?
No, not at all.
So then why do it? If you will not disown her or him, why do it?
If the child is doing well, as you said, then it will not even cross your mind. The point is the doubt will vanish because it is positive. The doubt will always come when there's an issue that sometimes you want to dissociate yourself from. That's where the doubt will be stronger. But even if a young child now or is successful in whatever field that the person is in, because you want the best for yourself, and nobody will dissociate from something good. So if the child is a successful child, obviously no one will do that. And I hope the whole bottom one. Said this thing is on your side. People are tagging you with a good thing, and it's like say me and not what they be whole bottom. So the whole bottom. But say side na and a bra prison and a call hospital. And then you want to clear that down. If the child is not a child that you are looking for, like what you wish then call be person a doctor, but one near say police station baby near front or be a de qua and only there over test then that one you want to be sure it's coming from you or not. So if it is positive, like say the condition that the child is doing well after so many years, then there's no need to do that. But if it is not the kind of child that you wish for or you wanted, now all doubt are there, go and clear your doubts.
I see. Oh, this is a hard one.
This is a hard conversation. But you see,
but my position is clear. I won't do it.
No problem.
If really I'm at that age, I've been able to take care of the child to whatever age, I won't do it. Maybe Marco Bellino. Me at that time I'll take his advice.
Exactly, but you see, it is not everybody that will be able to take his advice, because when you even look at the circumstances at which people are doing or people that push people to do DNA test, none of them are positive circumstances. None of them. There is always something that will trigger you. And none of them are all pleasant. Pleasant. Even the arguments that Shemo is even talking about, you're having an argument with your wife, then she makes a statement that depicts that maybe the children are not yours. Shemo said Jamanenka. Hey, because you see, if you want to know the true nature of somebody or the real intention somebody has for me, anger and maybe sadness, these two situations can trigger the person to show their real emotions towards you. The person may like you though, but there may be certain, your friend is saying, mindsets that the person has about you, and it is some of these circumstances that will reveal what the person's true intention towards you would be. So if somebody out of anger is able to spill out some of these things, then it means it is there. It may not be or bad. You know, there are certain circumstances that even women sometimes get confused as to who really got them pregnant. So the woman self in certain situations may not do maybe DNA test to confirm, say, where the any papa now, where the any papa. But because of circumstances may end up being with you. But in her mind, perhaps she's also having doubts that you are also the father of the child. Out of that, even in that state, when she's angry, can spell it out in that manner. And in that sense, whether she is right or not, whether it is in an angry mode or not, she has triggered a conversation. And for whatever it is, everybody, the moment, and you see, and you'll be receiving certain information and they just let it slide. Some people, somebody like me, there are certain things that happen. At times, you can just bring back those memories, flashes, and process them again. Just to sometimes assess yourself on maybe the reaction that you put up during that particular time. Did I give a good reaction to it? Did I say something I was not supposed to say? Like you bring out reflections just to see, just to assess yourself, like self-assessment kind of situation. And when you think about some of these things and the things that the people said and the circumstances, like the things that came out, like brought this whole issue up, and you just see a red flag, you will not be okay. You sense a red flag in there, you will not be okay until you are able to clear that doubt. But per what he's saying, some people will do. I know the reason why he's giving this, because you see, at that point, the love, it is not just about taking care of the child. If it is about taking care of the child, like no man will have a problem. Men have a way of bonding with their offsprings. Sometimes women think that, oh, because of but they have no idea how men also bond with the people they take care of. Even so, there is definitely some form of connection. So it is not as easy as that. So he's also talking about connection that you will build with the child at that point. And you see, it is also true that the moment you build that connection with the child and you grow with the child to that level, even if somebody comes to claim the child, say, okay, this is my child. In the child's mind and eye, the child, unless it be also or ye ungrateful or like or ye there is no way the child would also neglect you. In that circumstance, yes, the child may accept that this is my biological father, but if we are talking about somebody that really fathered me, it is you, and the child would not let that go. So in that sense, he would not advise Charlie Menko home because as at that time, your psyche may be down, your whole system in terms of receiving such shocks may not be huge like that to receive such shock, and how. But then, in such circumstances, because I know mostly it is not good circumstances that push people to do some of these things, I would also advise people, Charlie, it is better for you to know your stance than for you to be in doubt. Sadly, it kills you faster than you knowing what is wrong with yourself. For you to be in doubt, that thing self will kill you, because at the end of the day, now every love that you've ever built for the child or for whoever you question it. And moving forward, until you pass on or until you die, everything will be reduced, and that will not only hurt the child but you as well. So as much as ebia it will take a toll on you, it is better for you to know what is killing you than to be unsure on what is killing you. You understand? So yes, there are certain people, his advice is for certain people that may not have a strong mental psyche to hold some of these shocks. So yes, as at that time, Charlie, to that level. Now, it is better for you to let it go. But some of us do not also have that heart or that mind to hold doubt for a long time. You definitely need to clear it.
Well, this is a serious social experiment, and I would also want to know what you think about this and keep the scenarios in check very well. It is not just about doing it or not doing it. Doing it with a condition of your age, how long you've been with a child, and whether you would disown him or her when you get a result. All these things will come to play. And this is where I want to hear what you've got to say. Let me hear from you briefly in the comment section as well. Now, DJ Ashmed has also said something profound. And
don't you ever waste your time.
Find out what DJ Ashman is trying to tell us. DJ Ashman is telling us that when it comes to music and going international with your music, the time to go international is not only when you do something that others are doing out there already. So for instance, for the past years, the world has been listening to Afrobeats. You have been in Ghana doing your thing. But the moment you told yourself that I want to go international, you started doing Afrobeat because you think those who are out there, it is because they are doing Afrobeat. DJ Ashman thinks it is a bad idea. And Graphic Showbiz has quoted what he said. I want to ask you guys about it before we move on to the very final story. It says, forget global attention with adopted music sounds that you are doing. We have a unique music identity, high life and hip life, and we must be intentional about getting it out there. DJ Ashman is saying. If you read the story further, as was captured, he is saying that if you want to go international, it is not about doing what the world is doing. It's about maintaining, believing in what you are doing, and the same thing that you believe in can take you there. And again, I want us to have a conversation about this. Jamo, let's start with you.
Intentional.
You have to be intentional. Yeah, man. Intentional.
I think some people are now giving us buzzwords. Like there are certain words that it has to appear in whatever that they say, and one of them is intentional, and then unique, and then sound. Identity. You hear them in a lot of their conversations, and you see it is easier said than done. And again, I agree with him. Don't just follow the masses and think that you can get to wherever that you are going to. If you are as mediocre as you can get, I mean, you won't go anywhere. You can't just be an average and you want everybody to hear of you. No, because those who are average are so much that we may not hear you. So if you want to go international, it's like you are going for a bigger audience. So you have to go with a unique style. You have to go with something that they will love, they have not seen before. You are more like a discovery to them, for those who hear of you. For that reason, I will agree with him. But just saying be intentional, be unique, go with our local sound or go with our sound, I partially disagree. And the reason is, you can't just also say that I'm myself, so just take whatever I give it to you. It doesn't work like that. I mean, our ladies, if I have to go there, that thing, it hurts them, but still they don't know how to go about it. You see, you meet a lady and then they will tell you that this is how I am, you have to take me like that. No, Obi can't take you like that, because the person coming is not you. You can't decide for the person what they should
take,
like or what they should take. You just have to do something to convince the person that this is better for you or you are good with this. That's how it is. So sometimes you have to blend, sometimes you have to adapt, sometimes you have to change. There are so many things that you have to do based on where you want to go. So you can't just say that I'm unique, I am me, I'm coming, take me like that. No. Oh yes, I'll be boka. That's where I would disagree with him. Okay. You can't just go anyhow. And at the same time, you can't just do what they are doing already and think that you succeed. So now, where do we stand? That's why it is so difficult to penetrate when you want to go international. It is difficult. And the reason is that you can't just take anything there. You have to go there with something unique. And at the same time, something that they will like. You see, you have to be different. The same time, you have to let them feel the familiarity with what they love already.
Sure.
So it is not easy. And the way sometimes our people say it, they make it look so easy or sound so easy. Like, be intentional, be unique, and you can go international. No, you are just giving us words. It's not as easy like that. As if you go with hip life, they will accept you. As if you go with our high life, they will
meant to go now.
No. It doesn't work like that. So for me, I think he should come again. And I like he's trying to say that don't just imitate or copy others and think that you can go international. I agree with him there. But it's also not prudent for you to say that I am unique, so I'm just going with our indigenous or one local sound and I will win. No, that one too will not work. There should be a blend. There should be a blend and it should be convincing. That's what it is. So it is difficult. You have to study the market that you want to target and then know what they want. What can you do different that people are not doing? So that's what we should be talking about instead of always using the popular words or the buzzwords, intentional, unique, new sound, our one sound. Words and they should change it. And for me, yes, if you want to go international, study the market, know what they want. If you be the best among those who are there already, then you will be accepted. You can't just do anything or just be unique and they will accept you. It doesn't work like that.
Well, come through, DJ Ashman. I'm sure he just came back from South Africa, so the South African vibe is in him. That is why he's sharing some of his knowledge with us.
When I hear some of my people say intentional and all of that without talking about investment, then I ask myself, what is being intentional without a proper form of investment backing it? It is not about being intentional. You see, who is more intentional than South Africans that are pushing Amapiano? They are not pushing it with their mouth.
Yeah.
They are not pushing
actions are behind
They are not
it.
pushing it by telling their people, let's all do Amapiano. Because when you go to South Africa still, it is not everybody that is doing Amapiano. There are some people that are still doing their indigenous sound like the Kweto and other sounds that are in there. They are doing it. But you see the people that are pushing Amapiano, they are intentional because there is a certain form of backing. But here, we say intentional.
And there is no backing.
And the intentional means everybody should stop what they are doing and come and do this. And without any form of backing or incentive for them. For whatever he's saying, I agree with him to some extent. But you see, the conversation is bigger than you being unique. The conversation is bigger than
you being intentional.
For your intentions, they are in your head. For somebody to see your intentions, it needs to come with some level of action. That's it. Your intention there to be in your head. Everybody has an intention of pushing a unique sound from Ghana to the outside market. But the Famekono is what is not there.
And in fact, our crowd and maybe so
Exactly. And you see, the situation of you not jumping on the bandwagon, it is true. But the thing is that it is not also applicable to everybody. Some people need to jump on the bandwagon. Some people need to join. Some people need to adapt. Some people need to change. And that is what will make them. The intentionality that he is talking about is somebody being intentional to know when to change, when to adapt. Don't just jump on the bandwagon. Yes, it is true. It is not meant for everybody, but some people have to do it. A typical example in our space is Kim Paluta. Yes, he is very unique in his rap style.
Yeah.
He is very unique in whatever genre of music that he was doing. But that intention to change, to adapt to what is going on.
It happened,
and it is doing the magic for him. Another example is Kofi Kinata. You think Kofi Kinata is not a good rapper? He is one of the most prolific rappers we have in the States. But then the intention to change, to adapt, join the singers, because the singers are more than the rappers.
Fact.
It's just made him.
And they were recording even more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yes, some rappers can also see this and say we want to change, we want to adapt, and it may not work for them. So as much as you want to advise people not to join the Afrobeat craze, I tell you, some people, if they don't join the Afrobeat craze, their career is as good as dead. Their career is as good as dead. And they
have to do what the market demands.
Yes. Yeah. In I think some conversations, they even mention, they will mention Kamido. They will say, only the boy. When they hear them, they will think they are Nigerians. Yes. If that is what will make them, Charlie, at the end of the day, their passport are Ghanaian passports. So whether some people think them of Nigeria or whatever, that is not their concern. Amare has Ghanaian, your friend said, descent or origin or whatever. Yeah. But then she's still working. She's still doing her thing.
And even her core fan base might not be Ghanaian.
It's not in Ghana. Yeah. So whether Ghanaians stream her song, they don't stream her song, she's still raking, your friends say, Billboard charts and all of that. So yes, for the being intentional here in where we find ourselves, we are always being intentional with our mouth. Intentional, let's be intentional, let's be unique, let's do this, let's do that, let's be intentional. Yes, intentional without any form of investment, we will be here. Because see, we don't need everybody to do hip life or high life. We don't need all the musicians to do one genre in order for our sound to penetrate. We don't need it. Even if we are able to get 4, 5 with some form of proper funding,
we are good to go.
We will see, the rest will join without anybody telling them to join. Afrobeats has one of the best fundings in terms of marketing in the world.
Yeah.
And they are not telling anybody in any country to do Afrobeat, but people are doing it.
That's true.
It is because
they have a funding. Yes,
right. They have huge machineries behind them. So if we are able to get huge machineries to back the genre that he is talking about, he will not force gospel musicians to come and call themselves high life artists.
They will just join automatically.
They will switch back. He will not force any reggae
Minister Kwame
Ben.
You see, then they will cite Jamaica and all of that. That Jamaicans were not intentional in pushing reggae and dancehall. Let's not dispute the level of funding that was also backing the genre. Most of the Jamaican top artists that we have, most of them also had their funding from America and from the West. They were affiliated to all the top record labels that we know them of. So we should also not forget that as much as we would want to say, the small Jamaica was intentional and has been able to push reggae and dancehall, let's not forget the backing they had. It is not just about them, everybody doing reggae and dancehall. No. It is because there was some source of heavy funding pushing those agendas. So let's not be intentional with our mouth. As much as we want to be intentional in our head, our pocket should also do the move.
Wow, well said. And let's move on to the very last story before we can run away from here. Showbiz Daily it is here on Sammy Flex TV. rolling with Intimdo Solomon Chemo and Roland Amate as well. Now the very last one is coming from Eno Barony. She's a rapper and one of the leading names when it comes to rap music here in Ghana. And that's the stance now. Eno Barony feels that being a female has been a blockade to some opportunities that she's supposed to enjoy. Because of that, she's proposing to the industry, the organizers of Ghana Music Awards, and she's saying that we want a category that will only recognize female musicians in Ghana every year. Alongside our best female and blah blah best rapper, we want one. So we will still appear in all those ones. So we are not saying we don't want them. We want them. But after giving those ones to us, we still want one that's only females, and we look for the best female musician in Ghana in the year under review. Eno Barony has been talking. And as it stands now, there are so many people who are against it. There are some people who are also for it. But here in the studio, are we also against it or we are for it? Richie, if you can share the story. So yes, let me read just a portion of it because I've given you the best explanation that you can get. Eno Barony says, I know it will come. Eno Barony calls for introduction of female artist of the year TGMA category. And it says popular female rapper Eno Barony has called for the introduction of a female artist of the year category of the Ghana Music Awards. In a recent interview on Property FM, as reported by graphic.com.gh, she expressed her belief that this new category would significantly benefit women in the music industry. Eno Barony argued that recognizing female talent through a dedicated award would not only provide a much-needed boost, but also foster a more inclusive and equitable music environment in the country. Now, she called for media support in making this category a reality, noting that increased visibility and recognition for female rappers would pave the way for the establishment of the award category. Now, he says that will augment our work and the craft of the females will feel appreciated, and I know it will come. A lot of females keep coming into the music scene, and that category will surely come, just that we need that push from the media. There should be support for the females, especially those in the rap game, because the louder they become, the more the category will be created, Eno Barony stated. Now, she urged the organizers of awards to consider her proposal, highlighting its potential to elevate the status of female artists and enrich the Ghanaian music scene. I know this story was earlier also discussed on Hit FM, and I hear Tilia Nipa spoke. How I wish I heard what she said. How I wish I. What did she say?
She said she doesn't. So for what she's
not for it.
Yeah, she's not for it.
Okay, well, take it. Let's go.
So I don't know why they think some of these institutions are charity organizations. Like they want to just do things for them. As much as I know, it is a business entity. They take all their decisions based on business lines. For Eno Barony's information, there are a good number of female musicians in the space who are top. Maybe she's looking at only her circles. Go to the gospel fraternity and tell me if there are no top female musicians in the space.
Okay.
So for what she's pushing for, well, on the lines of say, like when you hear it, it will sound good. I think it's a brilliant idea. We need to do it. But you see, when you want to push that, then the TGMA categories, we are going to then we should create kids category for kids as well. Because we have kids who are also into music in the space.
Yeah.
But you also ask yourself, okay, what will be the business incentive in creating that particular category? What will be, how do you call it, the ways to sustain it? Because, and will that even encourage females enough to be in the space? Because as far as some of us are concerned, there are more pressing issues when it comes to female musicianship in the space than just creating categories for them.
Okay.
And as far as we also know, it is a competitive, how do you call it, institution, industry, of which you need it is devoid of whether you are male or female. Unfortunately for them, it is male dominated, but that doesn't also take away the fact that if you are a female and you are doing extra than other males in the state or in the space, you will not be recognized. It is the reason why Eno Barony holds the title of the best rap performance or best rapper in the space, where she whipped all the male in that particular category. They did not give her the award because she not a female. They gave her the award because it is a competitive category and she was able to override all the people that she was competing with. So in that sense, why do you think they should create, and what will even be the value? What will be the value between you winning an award over male and female and you winning an award over male? Which one is more competitive? Which one holds more value? Of course, it is the same scheme, you would argue, but then in terms of real value and real bragging rights, which one would Eno Barony go for? The one that she is able to compete with both female and male and win, or the one that she's just competing with her peers and win? And in terms of recognition, it has nothing to do with whether you are male or you are female, because we have top female musicians in the space, and all of them compete. They were competing with male musicians as well. Angelique Kidjo is one of them. Rihanna is one of them. Beyonce is one of them. And all these people are not complaining because they are not big because they created female categories to elevate them. No. There are pressing issues with regards to how the females themselves run their industry. And that is the root cause of the reason why, if she thinks they are not elevated enough, that is the root cause. A female gets pregnant and she sidelines herself automatically from the space. A female gets into a relationship and she sidelines herself automatically from the space until they are able to break that genes, that barrier. It will be very difficult for them to see themselves as equal as they would want everybody to see them. On another table, they fight for equality, but on another table, they will also want to say we are a weaker link. How do you explain this for me to understand? Because then Eno Barony wants to tell me that then every category in that particular scheme should be scrapped off and male and female versions should be created. It's as simple as that. Now we look for male vocalists there, it is there. We look for female vocalists, it is there. So now if we want, how do we call it, male artist of the year, we should do it. But when you check the category definitions in terms of value on what it is bringing, if the overall artist of the year can't serve it, creating female artist of the year will not do it for anybody. It will not give it, it will not do it for anybody. Because as far as we are concerned, the people that win male vocalists, female vocalists, male gospel artists, female gospel artists, all of them, when you check the most valuable award on the night, it is always the overall artist of the year. So even if we create that female artist of the year for you, it will still not hold that power that the overall artist of the year would have. So in that sense, even if we want to scrap the overall artist of the year and create male artist of the year, female artist of the year, it means we are devaluing even the scheme the more and making it less valuable than it is. So yeah, when you listen to it from like on a surface level, well, morally you would want to sympathize and say okay, but if you want to look at it from the business point and also in terms of building value on what they win on the night, you would not succumb to this particular session.
Wow, interesting times. Chamo, close the show for us.
Yeah, so highlight or underline the word inclusive, equitable.
Yeah. I saw you doing that. Yeah. When I mentioned that, it's okay. Yeah.
When you see those things, then you know where it is coming from. Yes, for those who fight for equality, equity. That's the words that they use. They will use the word equity, inclusive. inclusive when in a film. Who has taken Barony out of the entertainment industry that she's now fighting for inclusion? I mean, it's just they use those words just to push for whatever that will satisfy them and all that. I mean, if we give a new category, or the award scheme give a new category for female only competition, I mean, it will not be valuable. I think a person like her should even fight against something like that. Okay. Because at some point it will devalue the kind of value that we have in her. Okay. Because when you are competing competitively with all forms of people, the men, the women, everybody, and you are getting a position, it is more valuable than just when we give we separate people that we think that they will be better than you, and you are winning at the other side. You see, that's the reason why sometimes even the category like reggae dance hall, when the winners come, people will still compare them to somebody like Shatta Wale, and at the time that even Stonebwoy wasn't part of it, they will still compare them to them, because people see Stonebwoy, Shatta Wale, Sammy and co as the standard. So if you win and you are not competing to win against them, the value is not the same. If Stonebwoy is in, Shatta Wale is in, Sammy is in, and you win, then they will give you some, like, they will elevate you, like, okay, you deserve it. You have done so well for you to be recognized. But if they are not in, they are not part of it, and you win it, it was still like if they were in, you won't win. You won't win, yeah. Yes. So the value will go down. The same way will happen if Barony every year you win female artist of the year. They say, so what? Who are those females that you are winning over that we have to praise you? I mean, so I'm really disappointed that it is coming from somebody like her, because she has done so well to be recognized in the entertainment industry that we have now. So for her to just go political and join those people who are fighting for equality, inclusion, and those kind of things, I'm disappointed, because she's capable. She has proven herself that she can compete. Yeah. Now, if she's exhausted, he should just retire instead of now trying to fight that. No, I can't go the way I used to go. So let them create a category for me to win it easy, because that's how I see it. I can mention few female musicians that will win that category. If we have something like that, they are not that many. They are few, and it will be like we don't even have to do any research to look for any winner. It's like we will give it to you. Is that what you are looking for? Is that what we are looking for? Because right now, if we say that, okay, now let's give a category like best female rapper in Ghana music, apart from Barony. Can we mention any other name? So you will always be the winner. Is that what you are looking for? No. You have to compete with the best. Money. Come out, and then we know that you are the best. So I know she should come again. This is not good for anybody. It will not help the industry like the way she wants to put it. If anything will help the industry, is the females even competing to beat the male counterpart in the field that we think that it should be dominated by the male, and then the females are doing it, then we will say yes, we are going somewhere, because naturally there are obstacles against the females. Like Roland said, if you get pregnant, you go out for some time before you come back. Some of them, when they get married, then they are out of the whole thing. Even age beats them. Yes, exactly. There are so many things naturally going against them. Females who can ignore those natural callings, like getting pregnant, getting married, and other things, they also get to the top. So it's your choice. You can decide not to get married. You can decide not to get pregnant. You can decide not to do certain things. Just focus on your career. You'll be successful, but maybe you'll regret it later. That's how it is. So it's a matter of choice. It's biological. It's natural. It is not fair when you just want to compete and have your way, but the world is not like that. So you just have to choose. So for me, there's no need for us to get something like that. And obviously, it's also a business decision. If you go that direction, the business will go down. Because it will not be competitive for people to come in there to invest. So it's not a good idea.
So you admit that indeed the ladies have some disadvantages.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
It's obvious.
So if you admit they have some disadvantage, then the call is not bad because she knows. Like it's like you going to fight with someone. They go do the weight checking and all them things. In fact, they will make sure there is a height balance. They will make sure there is a weight balance. They will make sure there is even the arm strength and all those balance, so that one will not take advantage of the other. So if you admit all these imbalances are there, why do you still think it is a bad call from Barony?
Because the thing is, it will.
Because we know a heavyweight fighter will not fight with a lighter weight person.
Yes.
Is that not what Barony is saying? And we admit it is like that within the men and the women in the music industry.
No, it's not the same. In fact, even in boxing or in that sport, kind of sport that they try to balance certain things, there are some people will get advantage over others based on who has trained more, who has stamina. Do they check stamina?
Who even has more height?
They don't check stamina, so they can check the height the same, weight the same, but stamina they won't check it. So the person who can go longer will still have advantage over the other person who cannot go far. Like within 10 minutes you are tired. That guy can also go about 50, 100 minutes and the person is still strong. So no matter what, in any competition, the winner has something that the loser doesn't have. And the same thing with the this thing that we are talking about, the musician, the female musician and the male musician. The same way, the disadvantage for the male musician is that we expect more from them. And so if you are a male musician in the space, you can be the best when we throw you to the females. But nobody will recognize you because we think you have not done enough to even get recognition. What would take for a male musician to get recognition in this space is not the same as what it would take a female musician to get recognition in this space. So we know that if you are a female musician, you may not stay in the industry for long because of the natural calling, like we have mentioned, the pregnancies, getting married and other stuff that you may decide to go. That's why I'm saying that they can decide not to do those things and they will be fine, because those who decided at the point that they will not get married, they will don't have boyfriends, they will not do anything, they are doing well in the space. We can mention some names. Even the female musician that we have, like Wendy Shea, Sister Fia and Co. Barony, they are not married. We don't know their boyfriends and they are doing well in the space. Let them get married or let them have boyfriends. We will see. It will the result. The story will change. Definitely, that's the thing. So yes, I think she should just know that we have some natural tendencies that we can't do much about.
And again, you see, as much as the females may have some biological challenges and all of that, they should also not take away the fact that the male counterparts also come with some form of challenges. You know, even because it is even male dominated, it is even hard for a male guy or for a male to be recognized among his peers than anybody. Because in the lot, we have so many options to choose from. So what actually makes you the best? You would have to go not extra, but about double or triple extra in order for you to even be recognized. And if we are talking about challenges, everybody has their own challenges that they fight, whether male or female. Maybe theirs are biological, but in the male counterpart, a cut across all aspects, including some biological as well, because there are some male musicians that also get married and their forms of doing music change. It changes completely. There are some people that gain some level of consciousness, and it is a whole challenge for them as well. Even competing among their peers as male musicians is a huge challenge in the space. So yes, they should not think, okay, the male musicians have some form of advantage over them, because they are also going through their own battles before they even rise up to say this person is the best or that person is the best. It doesn't come cheap. Between Stoneboy, Jupiter, and all of them songs during a certain era. But which artists do we rank as top today between these four artists that I've mentioned? It should tell you the kind of challenges that they themselves are fighting. So in that sense, creating music, those categories for female will not give them any value.
Well, hello Barony, over to you and your people, those who are looking for that category to be created for you. It looks like my people have the best of responses for you. Well calculated, crafted, just to suit the request you guys are looking for. On this note, I would say our beautiful show ends. Let me say thanks to Intim Dodo Solomon Chemo at the extreme end, Roland Amate in the middle, and to the people behind the scenes, Digital Rasta, his called Currency, Richie Flex, and you for watching. Thanks so much for contributing to us. Remember to subscribe to us and let's do some more. My name is Sammy Flex. I see you in our next video. When I see you, we're out of here. Bye-bye.